Well, the Innovation District is both an idea and a geographic place. It was an effort on behalf of both Georgia Tech and the Midtown Alliance, the organization here in Midtown of Atlanta, to basically assemble the usual suspects that might be involved in figuring out how we would take the presence of tech and all that we have in technology and all of the assets of Midtown and take the geographic area of Midtown into a worldwide platform for innovation.
So we're very excited about the partnership between Georgia Tech and Midtown Alliance. Midtown Alliance has made a commitment to grow Midtown as an innovation district. An innovation district includes cutting-edge businesses, residents, a live-work-play community, and it includes research universities. So Georgia Tech is a natural partner in this effort. What Georgia Tech brings to the table is new research technologies, new approaches, industry partners, and ways of being a catalyst in this innovation district, being a catalyst in the innovation of new mobile services and new business technologies.
Well, universities have certainly in the United States and I think globally been very important in innovation. And part of that is quite understandable. It's where particularly research universities where you have very smart people working on very hard problems. And when you get a breakthrough, oftentimes there's this clustering effect of development that goes around it where they take the idea and figure out, okay, so how do we make this useful or how do we make it commercial? And our idea is to simply capitalize on the fact that Georgia Tech is one of the strongest engineering and technical and science schools in the world.
So at Georgia Tech, we created the idea of living labs as a way to describe research taking place in real-world authentic environments. When you think of a traditional laboratory, you think of white coats, clean, pristine environments where research occurs outside the walls of daily life. A living lab turns that upside down. It takes research experimentation into authentic, real-world, messy places where the people who might have been test subjects in the past are now stakeholders. They're co-creators of the inventions, they're co-creators of the ideas, and they help evaluate and adopt the ideas for what they want to use research for, what they want to use innovation for in their real lives. So Midtown Buzz is our fun name for the living laboratory in Midtown. It's part Midtown, part Georgia Tech. That's where you get the buzz from. And the idea is to create a place where Georgia Tech students, Georgia Tech researchers, Midtown business owners, Midtown community members all come together to co-create, to innovate new technologies to improve their community.
So Cycle Atlanta treats the entire city as a living lab, really by allowing a broad number of people participate in the creation of data that is then used to make the city a better place to ride. So rather than focusing on some small experiment in one place, we actually get to look at the patterns of behavior across the city, and those are contributed by cyclists of all types. So whether it's kind of club riders who are out there in their Lycra going fast, or whether it's families with small children out riding on the streets, we get a sense of where people are and why they want to be there, and the best things that we can do, or the things that we can do to try and improve the city so that more people want to use bicycling as transportation, and also to make it a safer place for people to cycle.
One Bus Away is an application that pulls data from a lot of different places to basically tell people how many minutes until the bus or the train is actually going to come to where they're standing. We actually have an API through One Bus Away and whatnot, so if somebody wanted to work on the project to expand it so that there was a trip planner involved, or so that there was new data coming in, data about whether bike racks were full on the front of buses, or any sort of thing like that, then they could work as part of the project. It's all open source coded, and so they can jump on and be a part of the project team at any time, or they can use our API to code other applications as well. And I think it's also a really good example of the kinds of things that can be done when there's a partnership between city data and students who want to create new applications, or a community that wants to create new applications.
The The idea we have with hyperlocal applications is the next wave of innovation in mobile services is going to be about hyperlocal experiences. It's in some ways the reaction to the Googles or the Yelps of the world. Instead of having a service which is about anything, anywhere in the world at any time, a hyperlocal experience allows you to find out what's going on here, right now, in your own community. Midtown has the opportunity, has this window of opportunity to be an innovator in hyperlocal experiences. We have an amazingly diverse community. We have so many ways to demonstrate what happens when you let community members define from the bottom up what it means for their community to be interesting, to be engaging, to be vibrant. And hyperlocal experiences are all about creating mobile applications and services that support that diversity and support that vibrancy of the Midtown community.